One day, you're going to look back on this exact moment, and you'll either be proud you changed or angry that you didn't. Your future self is watching you right now, begging you to stop wasting time, to stop doubting yourself, and to finally become the person you know you're capable of being. The question is, are you going to listen? You know what's wild? We all dream about the future like it's some faraway land where everything magically gets better. We say, one day I'll start that business. One day I'll take my health seriously. One day I'll feel confident. But here's the truth. Your future self isn't waiting for one day. They're waiting for you to make a move today. Every decision you make right now is shaping the person you're becoming. Every excuse, every delay, every tomorrow, you tell yourself, it's a little betrayal to your future self. The version of you that's strong, happy, successful, and proud is literally begging you to get up, stop scrolling, stop doubting, and start acting. You see, change doesn't happen overnight. It happens in small, quiet moments. The times when no one's watching, when it would be easier to stay comfortable, but you decide to move anyway. That's when transformation begins. If you could meet your future self right now, if they could speak to you, they'd say, please stop wasting time. Please stop waiting for permission. Please stop treating your dreams like they can wait another year. Because they know what's coming if you don't move. Regret, disappointment, that heavy feeling that you could have done more. Your future self wants peace, freedom, confidence, and that starts right now with the choices you make today. You can't change your past, but you can absolutely rewrite your future. The power is already in your hands. Your future self isn't some distant version of you living years ahead in a perfect world. They are being built by what you do right now. Every choice, every decision, every moment of hesitation or action, it all adds up to the person you're becoming. You can't separate who you want to be from what you do today. That's the part most people miss. They think growth is something that happens later, after the right opportunity or once they feel ready. But readiness doesn't come first, it's born from doing. Your future self is formed through the small, often uncomfortable actions you take when no one is watching. The future version of you, the one who feels confident, successful, fulfilled, doesn't just appear one day. That person is being built through your habits, your discipline, and your ability to make decisions that align with your goals even when it's hard. Every time you choose to show up instead of making excuses, every time you take one more step when you want to quit, you're shaping that version of yourself. And here's the truth, your future self will thank you for every difficult choice you make today. Because while your present self might crave comfort, your future self craves growth. Think about this. Every time you say, not today, you're pushing your dream a little further away. Every time you choose to do what's easy over what's necessary, you're creating distance between who you are and who you want to be. But the opposite is also true. When you decide to act, to start, to try, to fail, to get back up, you collapse that distance. You become aligned with the version of you that's stronger, wiser, and more resilient. The smallest effort today is like sending a message to your future self saying, I've got your back. It's not about massive, life-altering moments. It's about consistency. You don't need to completely reinvent yourself overnight. You just need to start moving in the direction of who you want to be. Imagine your future self watching you from a year ahead. They're not hoping for perfection. They're just hoping you don't give up. They're hoping you stop doubting yourself long enough to take the next step. They're watching, rooting for you, begging you to act. When you truly understand that your actions today are shaping your tomorrow, everything changes. You stop wasting time waiting for motivation and start creating momentum. You start making choices that you will appreciate. Eating better, saving money, learning new skills, setting boundaries, saying no to things that drain you. Each decision is like a brick you're laying down on the path toward the life you want. One brick at a time, one moment at a time. It's easy to underestimate how much power you have right now, but your future self depends on this moment. The question isn't whether you'll change. It's whether you'll decide to start today or keep waiting for a perfect moment that never comes. Change doesn't come from a single massive leap. It comes from small intentional decisions that compound over time. The problem is we underestimate the power of the small things. We think transformation needs to look dramatic, like quitting your job overnight or running a marathon next week. But that's not how real growth happens. It happens quietly in those moments when you make a choice that no one sees but you. The small things, waking up when you said you would, putting your phone down to focus, choosing discipline over distraction. Those are the decisions that shape your future more than any big, flashy move ever could. Every great success story is made of tiny steps stacked on top of one another. It's not about doing everything at once, it's about doing something every single day. When you commit to one small positive habit, you begin to shift your entire identity. You start believing you are capable, consistent, and powerful. That belief changes the way you show up. You start looking at challenges differently. You stop waiting for motivation and start acting from intention. Those little decisions start to rewire your brain to recognize effort as progress, not just outcomes. The truth is, most people never change because they overestimate what they can do in a day and underestimate what they can do in a year. You don't have to change everything about your life right now. You just need to make one small shift today that your future self will thank you for. Maybe it's reading for 10 minutes instead of scrolling. Maybe it's taking a walk when your mind feels heavy. Maybe it's finally writing down that goal instead of just thinking about it. The size of the action doesn't matter. What matters is that you act. Every small decision builds momentum, and momentum is what turns small habits into lasting transformation. Consistency beats intensity. It's not about doing everything perfectly one time, it's about showing up imperfectly, repeatedly. Because the more you show up, the more it becomes a part of who you are. Each small decision creates a ripple effect. You eat one healthy meal and suddenly you want to take care of your body. You finish one small task, and suddenly your mind feels lighter. You speak kindly to yourself once, and suddenly your confidence grows. Change isn't made of giant steps. It's made of hundreds of small, steady movements in the right direction. When you understand this, you stop waiting for the perfect time to begin. You stop saying, "I'll start when things calm down," because you realize the timing will never be perfect. The perfect time is now, and the perfect move is the one you can make today. Small decisions done with purpose create massive shifts over time. The compound effect of those choices is how ordinary people create extraordinary results. It's not about speed, it's about direction. Every small intentional choice you make is proof that you are becoming the person your future self will be proud of. Regret is one of the heaviest emotions you can ever carry, because it doesn't come from something someone else did to you. It comes from what you didn't do for yourself. The truth is, pain is unavoidable. You're going to feel it no matter what you choose. But there's a huge difference between the pain of growth and the pain of regret. Growth hurts in the moment, but it builds strength. Regret doesn't hurt immediately. It creeps up slowly, like a shadow that follows you everywhere, whispering, "You could have done more." The temporary discomfort of effort will always be easier to live with than the long-term weight of knowing you stayed the same when you had the chance to change. So many people live their entire lives trying to avoid pain, not realizing that in doing so, they're choosing the most painful thing of all: the pain of missed opportunity. Every time you avoid a challenge, every time you quit because it's uncomfortable, every time you stay silent when you should have spoken up, you're building a future filled with what ifs. That's the kind of pain that never really goes away. It shows up years later when you look back and realize you could have been further, stronger, happier, but you weren't willing to go through the short-term discomfort to get there. Effort hurts, but it's a clean kind of pain. It comes with progress. You feel sore after a workout because your muscles are rebuilding. You feel nervous before taking a risk because you care. You feel tired after working on your goals because you're actually doing something meaningful. Regret, on the other hand, is dirty pain. It lingers, it eats away at you, and it never gives you anything back. The pain of discipline lasts minutes. The pain of regret lasts a lifetime. When you choose effort, you're choosing self-respect. You're proving to yourself that you are willing to show up for your own life, even when it's hard. Every time you push through resistance, you reinforce your strength. But when you avoid effort and choose comfort, you're teaching yourself that you can't trust your own word, that you'll quit on yourself when it gets tough. That's what breeds regret later on. The only way to silence that future voice of disappointment is to take action now, to do the thing that scares you, to show up even when you don't feel ready. The future version of you doesn't want an easy life. They want a meaningful one. They're not begging for comfort, they're begging for courage. They want to look back and see that you didn't give up when things got difficult. That's what pride feels like. Regret and pride both come from the same place. Your choices today. You get to decide which one you'll live with. When you embrace the pain of growth, you transform it into power. But when you avoid it, you trade your potential for regret. The question is simple: which pain are you willing to carry? Every single decision you make, no matter how small, is shaping your future. The choices you make today are the building blocks of the life you'll live tomorrow. It's not just the big, life-changing decisions that matter. It's the daily habits, the thoughts you repeat, the things you tolerate, and the moments where you choose discipline over distraction. Most people underestimate how powerful their small, consistent actions are because they're looking for massive overnight change. But the truth is, the future version of you, the confident, strong, fulfilled version, is being created quietly in the background every single day through what you decide to do right now. You might not notice it immediately, but every choice is like casting a vote for the kind of person you want to become. When you choose to show up instead of making excuses, that's a vote for strength. When you choose to take care of your body instead of scrolling endlessly, that's a vote for self-respect. When you choose to keep a promise to yourself, no matter how small, that's a vote for trust in your own ability to grow. And the truth is, even one small vote can change the outcome over time. It's not about perfection, it's about consistency. The future is built one choice at a time, one action at a time, one moment at a time. Every time you say, "Doesn't matter," and choose to skip something small, the workout, the study session, the hard conversation, you're sending a message to your future self that their dreams don't matter either. That small decision compounds, just like money in a bank. Except instead of earning interest, you're building regret and stagnation. But when you choose differently, when you do the thing even though it's inconvenient, you're investing in your own future. You're creating momentum. And that momentum becomes confidence, and that confidence becomes transformation. The reality is most people want a big, successful future but live each day as if their choices don't have power. They wait for motivation to strike or for life to become easier. But that's not how growth works. Your daily habits are a mirror of your future. If you want a peaceful, powerful, successful life, it starts with how you spend your time today. You can't wish your way into a better life. You have to work your way into it. You have to make choices that align with who you want to be, not just who you are right now. Think about it. Your future self is watching you right now, depending on you to make the right moves. They can't change your past mistakes, but you can change the path ahead for them. Every moment is a chance to rewrite your story. So the next time you're faced with a decision, ask yourself, does this choice serve the person I want to become? Because every yes and every no is shaping that version of you, one choice at a time. Change doesn't happen when you feel ready. It happens when you decide to take action despite not being ready. The truth is, there will never be a perfect time. You'll never feel fully confident, fully prepared, or fully certain. Waiting for the right moment is just fear in disguise. The people who transform their lives don't wait for conditions to be ideal. They act, stumble, learn, and keep going. Growth isn't about timing, it's about courage. You can plan, dream, and visualize forever, but until you start moving, nothing changes. The future you want begins the moment you stop waiting for someone or something to give you permission. When you finally decide to take that first uncomfortable step, something powerful happens. You start building evidence that you can trust yourself. The fear doesn't disappear overnight, but your courage gets stronger with every action. Confidence is not something you find, it's something you create through repetition and resilience. Every time you push past resistance, the voice that says, not today, you're not good enough, or maybe later, you chip away at the old version of yourself that was built on doubt and hesitation. What grows in its place is a version of you that's grounded, determined, and unstoppable. Most people live their entire lives stuck between what they want and what they're afraid to start. They tell themselves they'll begin when things calm down, when I have more time, or when I feel ready. But here's the truth. Life doesn't calm down. The schedule never clears up. You'll never feel completely ready because real growth always comes with discomfort. The gap between where you are and where you want to be can only be crossed by doing the things that scare you. The discomfort you feel is not a signal to stop, it's a signal that you're moving in the right direction. It's proof that you're stretching beyond your limits, expanding your identity, and becoming the person your future self is begging you to be. Action is the antidote to fear. The moment you start doing, you stop doubting. It's the stillness feeds anxiety, not movement. Once you begin taking small, deliberate steps, writing that first page, sending that first email, showing up to that first workout, the fear starts to lose its power. You start to realize that the things you were most afraid of were never as big as your mind made them out to be. Each small victory builds momentum, and momentum builds belief. And belief, once it takes root, changes everything. So don't wait for a perfect plan or a clear path. Don't wait for someone to save you or guarantee success. The person you're waiting for is you. The time you've been waiting for is now. Every second you hesitate, the life you could be living moves one step further away. But every second you act, no matter how small, you move closer to it. Progress doesn't demand perfection. It only demands that you begin. Life isn't waiting for you to get ready. It isn't pausing while you figure things out or holding your hand while you doubt yourself. It's moving, constantly, unapologetically. And it's waiting for you to catch up. You've heard it all. One day I'll start. Someday I'll change. Maybe next month I'll commit. But someday isn't a day on the calendar. The only time that truly exists is now. Every second you waste waiting for the perfect moment is a second stolen from the life you're meant to be living. Your future self, the stronger, wiser, more fulfilled version of you, is calling out right now, begging you to stop postponing your potential. That version of you is not built by luck or motivation or waiting for the stars to align. It's built by showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it. It's built through the quiet, consistent decisions to do what's hard, to stay disciplined, to believe that even the smallest action matters. Because it does. Every action you take today plants a seed for who you'll become tomorrow. And if you keep watering that seed, with persistence, patience, and passion, it will grow into something extraordinary. You can't keep living life on standby, waiting for permission to move forward. You already have everything you need within you to start: the courage, the strength, the ability to adapt, the resilience to keep going even when it's hard. Life doesn't reward those who wait, it rewards those who act. The truth is, no one is coming to rescue you, no one is coming to push you, and no one is coming to live your dreams for you. That's all on you. But that's the beauty of it, because it means the power to change your life has been in your hands all along. So decide. Decide that today is the day you stop waiting and start becoming. Decide that you're done giving your peace, your dreams, and your potential to fear. Decide that your future self deserves better than your excuses. You are not stuck. You're just standing still, and that can change right now. And as we wrap this up, I want you to remember one thing. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to take one step. One honest, intentional, courageous step toward the life you know you're meant to live. Because every big transformation begins with one small decision to begin. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope this message lit a spark inside you, a reminder that you are capable, powerful, and absolutely worthy of the life you dream about. Now go out there and take action. Don't wait for the right time. Make it the right time. Until next time, keep showing up for yourself, keep choosing growth, and remember, your future self is counting on you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.